Hey, what up, guys? KG of CoSign Magazine. Just had my interview with Bree Productions. Y'all make sure y'all check that out and stay tuned. Love.
Go on.
Bree more. Bree more production.
Hey, go on. Hey, go on. Hey, go on.
Bree more.
Hey, go on. Hey, go on.
Thank you guys so much for watching the Bree Productions YouTube channel. I have a very special guest here tonight, and it is the beloved KG of the owner of CoSign Magazine.
I love that intro. I need to come get you to do my intro. You know what I'm saying? Love it.
I've been practicing for a while now, and I get nervous. You know, it takes a lot.
You get nervous, bro. I be seeing you on Facebook. You talk, you talk what you talk. Be the same on Facebook.
You know what? We gonna talk about that because I do wanna speak on that.
Yeah, now we gonna get there.
Okay, so I've been following KG for a while now, and I admire his work because he not only put himself on. You rarely even put yourself on.
Yeah, it ain't about me.
Yeah, it's not about you. So I love people that create other like opportunities for other people because that's really what it's all about.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm for anybody who knows me, I'm naturally like super laid back, calm, collected. Like I'm not the type of person to be out in the front. So when I started a platform, I was like, man, especially with it being called CoSign, like it's really co-signing other people, putting other people on. So that's like my whole business model is to co-sign and support other people. So
When is your birthday?
December 15th, Sagittarius.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't know nothing about them signs. But if you say it makes sense, I'm gonna believe you.
Well, how do you put people in category? Because that's how a lot of us put each other in category pertaining our personalities is our zodiac sign. So how do you do that?
I'll be like, can I speak like openly on here?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be like, okay, that nigga annoying. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, this person is high energy, so when I get around them, I need to make sure I can accept that. Then I got people who too turned up, you know what I'm saying? Like they want to do the most, so I kind of group them around, I guess, kind of like what they do, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, I can't always meet people where they're at,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So I have to prepare for the day. So I got a group of friends, I love them to death, man. We got like a little group chat called Lit Boys. It's called Long Island Iced Tea Boys. I don't know why it's called that because they took a trip without me and they had a whole bunch of Long Island Iced Teas. And they the group chat there, man.
But at least they included you in the group chat,
for
though.
sure. But they turned. So like I know anytime like they want to link it, even if I say let's do lunch, it's going to be like a movie. It's going to be lunch. Then it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, drinks, happy hour. Then we stepping out. So like I have to
that's a flex.
prepare. Yeah, and I'm not with that all the time. So I got to, prepare for that. But if somebody like on my same low energy, chill, laid back type of vibe, like it's more comfortable and more accepting for me, honestly.
That's funny that you said that because me and my best friends have a group chat called the Hot Girls.
Okay.
Yeah, we go to Miami, New York.
Yeah.
Our last trip was LA.
Yeah,
it was lit.
So y'all gotta do like a little vlog, and the hot girls gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
See,
that.
You inspired me earlier because you was like, yeah, I gotta get the content in, and I'm like, when I go places, I don't pull out.
Man, everything is content. Everything is content. Because I mean, essentially, okay, you're Bree Productions, right? So you're more than just the podcast. You're more than just the creative space. Like everything you do is maybe who you are today, and people want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Have you always been like that?
Hell nah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm from I don't know how old you are. I ain't gonna say my age. But,
why?
I come from an area to where like people really ain't supposed to know your moves. You know
yeah, that's true.
So
yeah.
I don't really. I wasn't really accepted. Like even when I moved to Dallas, I found like this whole community of black and brown people who were friendly and who wanted to get to know me and who wanted to support. And I wasn't used to that. I was like, what do they want? You know what I'm saying? What's their motives? So I was programmed from how I grew up. So it took me a while to deprogram. It took people to tell me like, okay, you want to reach this personal level of success, look at what they're doing. and they're showing you the journey. You know what I'm saying? So everything's about a story. So I just got to show people my story. And the good thing about it, which is Instagram, social media, is you can create your own story. You can create your own narrative. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I'm not gonna lie, social media is a facade, but you get to put out there what you want to put out there.
Right.
And if you don't want to put it, you ain't got to include it. Sometimes I try to throw in a little, you know what I'm saying, a little authenticness. Like if I'm not doing well, I try to throw that in a little bit. I ain't gonna tell you all my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be like,
But I'm gonna tell you, it's a journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's a journey.
This too shall pass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like today wasn't a good day. You know what I'm saying? I took
Right.
a couple L's today, but tomorrow we're gonna bounce back. I may not tell you what them L's are. I just know I took some.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you create your own narrative.
So I'm excited about this interview because I don't know much about you. I don't know where you from. This entire time I thought you was from Dallas until you just said you moved.
Yeah, I've been in Dallas since 2000. I'll tell my age. 2005. I've been in Dallas since 2005.
Where you from?
I'm from uptown, downtown, Harlem, Brooklyn, Switzerland.
Really?
You ever seen Paid in Full? No, you missed
No.
the reference. You missed the reference.
No.
Okay. But now I'm originally. I was born in Brooklyn. My parents are Panamanian, so when they moved from Panama to the States, they were in Brooklyn. They had me there, and then my dad got his American citizenship, so he joined the army. So when he joined the army, we moved all over. But Texas, I'll probably sound from Texas because I've lived in San Antonio, El Paso, Killeen, which I spent like my high school years was Killeen. Arlington, Dallas, Grand Prairie. You know what I'm saying? So I'd probably say just Texas.
Yeah, you from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm from everywhere.
Have you ever lived in Austin?
Nah, so Killeen is 45 minutes from Austin. So like when I was in high school, that's what we used to do. Like go to Killeen on the weekends. Even when I graduated and would go back to Killeen, Austin would be like, you go home, see your peoples, and at night we drive to Austin, party, drive back to Killeen.
So is Dallas the city that you decided to settle in for now?
Yeah, for now. Originally, I wanted to move to Houston, but I'm also type of person like, man, I don't like doing stuff by myself. Like I always try to. You can see Star with me today.
Right.
Yeah, like, I just don't like. I don't know what that is. Like I don't know. Maybe I need to go to therapy, but I just like to have people with me, people around me. So when I graduated high school, it was between Dallas and Houston, and all my friends were gonna go to PV, but PV is not technically Houston. It's Prairie View, so it's outside of Houston. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't want to move. I don't want to go to PV. So it's either go to University of Houston or UTA Arlington. And my sister was already out here going to UTA. So I was like, man, at least I have her here to help me navigate a new city. So I just chose UTA. So I was living in Arlington, and then be back and forth to Dallas.
Cool. Yeah. So how you loving Dallas right now? You've been here for like what?
For a minute. Yeah,
a decade and some change.
Yeah, 6. I love it. I love the city, man. Like they welcome me with open arms, man. I got cousins that live out here. I grown my business out here. Mm-hmm. The city supports me. Man, a lot of people, like more people think I'm from Dallas.
I thought you was from Dallas.
Like everybody does, and until I tell them, I don't want to lie. So I'm not from here. I mean, I've been here about half my life now. Nah. A little less than half my life.
Tell me your age.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. A little less than half my life I've been here. So I mean, I don't know how long it takes for you to be from somewhere.
I think more than 10 years. Like when you start talking but you don't really sound like a Dallas.
He don't sound like he's from Dallas.
I don't, but you know what's crazy? I've talked to like a couple girls recently. I am single, so I can do this.
Okay, yeah.
A couple girls recently. Yeah, so it's clear.
Wait, before you get it twisted, I'm single, okay?
And none of them are from here. 2 of them live here, but not from here, and 1 lives in New York. And they all be like, yo, I love your accent. I'm like, what accent? I'm like, what accent? And they're like, your southern drawl, like your southern accent. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, I don't have one, so I don't know. Maybe it's cause we live here, so this is what we're used to. I don't know, man.
Do you be like, man, say? Do you ever say that?
Man, yeah.
Yeah. You from Dallas.
Yeah.
You from Dallas.
I say, man, nah, for real.
So, if you guys don't know, KG is the owner and founder of CoSign Magazine.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how you started.
Okay.
CoSign.
Not for sure. Okay, so for those who don't know, basketball is my first love, but I'm like 5'8". I'm 5'7.5". But anyway, so hoop dreams. Hoop dreams. I had to cut that off early. So like halfway into my season, my senior year playing basketball, I just quit because I'm like, man, I ain't going to the league. So my next.
Wait, do you really have to be tall to be in the NBA though?
Yeah, man, you don't have to be, but
I thought Iverson was short.
Iverson was 6'1".
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Well, never mind.
Yeah,
Cut.
Yeah. Chris Paul looks short. Chris Paul's 6'3".
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, you got to be like uber talented, like super talented, like super crazy talented. And, I mean, I was good, but I wasn't like that.
Gotcha.
So, I was like, all right, I got to make some money. So, I quit playing to make some money. But then music was like my next love. So, I actually got a job at Eargasm, which was a CD store in Arlington. While I was working there, they would have in-stores and like Young Buck, Talib Kweli, Paul Walker Millionaire. This is when they were hot. Like they used to come through the CD store, do in-stores. And I remember one time a record label exec came for Talib Kweli. I got talking with him, and I was like, man, what do you do? And he was an A&R. I'm like, man, that's interesting. I love music, blah blah blah. So he gave me his card. Like, hey, if you have an internship, we do have an office in Dallas. Took his card. Then I went out one night and I used to see these people passing out Ozone magazines. So I grabbed one. I've always been in love with magazines, so I grabbed it, kept it, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do next in my life? Because like the music store was cool, college was cool, but I was like, man, I know essentially like I'm a horrible employee. Like I was never meant to work for somebody.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I'm the one that comes to work late. I leave early. I'm taking long lunches, and then don't question me neither.
Don't question.
If I'm not
Man,
you
say.
know what I'm saying? Don't question me.
Man, say.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And I
like,
don't want to be my coworkers' friends.
I don't want to do nothing. Don't micromanage me. Like, don't do none of that. Just let me do me. So, like, I knew that early on. So I was like, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I love music and magazines. So I'm like, man, that's probably more or less of like a job. So I was like, let me try that. So actually, at the same time, I got hired for both. Well, Universal, I became an intern. The magazine, they started me off like a marketing street rep, and then I became like a marketing Dallas rep. So doing that, I got to see the intertwines of the music industry. I worked at Joel Santana campaign. I was crazy. I loved that. I got to interview people. I mean, they never like published my interviews, but at least I still got interviews.
Right.
Trade the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm like 18, 19, from a kid from Killeen.
Trade the truth.
Trade the truth. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. So I was like, man, this is what I want to do. So I did that, and then I did all this while working. Damn, I got to see my stories all over the place. Okay, so I quit Eargasm. I was doing that. I ended up getting a job at Dealers in the Parks Mall. Still interning for Universal and working for Ozone Magazine. Me being stupid, I got in trouble. I got arrested. Couldn't work a job anymore anyways. So I was like, okay, I'm screwed. Then found out my girlfriend at the time, or this girl I was dating, she got pregnant. So I moved her to Dallas. So all this happened to me at one time. So I'm like, man, life is over. Life is over. It was cool while it lasted, but this is it, guys. I don't know what I'm about to do. So going back to Killeen, so in Killeen, it's a military base right by it. So everybody usually either goes to PV, goes to the Army, or they go to overseas to work. So I was like, man, I need money. I got this baby. I got this woman who had my baby. I need real money. My mom was helping out, like paying for diapers, paying for milk, paying for everything, and it just didn't sit right with me. I'm like,
right.
Like, Ma, this ain't your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me figure this out. So I applied to get a job overseas. It took like 6 months. Finally got the job. Then I was nervous about the background check. I'm like, man, they ain't gonna let me overseas. It cleared. I'm like, bet. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, at like 21, I took a job in Afghanistan for over 100K, like 120, 130. Basically, like a logistic foreman. So basically supervising people in the reconnaissance for the military. So I ordered all the military supplies, the food for the military, and just kind of kept track of the inventory. making like 120, 130. I didn't have to like do no hard labor. I ain't unloading trucks, none of that. They had local Afghanis for that. That was the contract with the government and Afghanistan is we'll help boost your economy by hiring local workers. I mean, it was still like crazy cheap, but they hired them. They did like all like the labor work, military work, interpretation, all that. And I did that for 2 years, and that's what gave me the capital to come back and start CoSign. So when I came back, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do,
dope.
but I knew I wanted to start my magazine. Now, how I came up with the name, I always credit my sister. So my sister's older than me, and she was like, "KG, I know, saying you got that overseas money. What was that song? That Arab money? She like, I know you got the Arab money. She was like, I need a new car. Can you co-sign the car for me? And it hit me like, man, like if I co-sign for her, she can get a loan for whatever she wants. She can get whatever car she wants. You know what I'm saying? Only thing stopping her, I know she can afford it, but it's just like she just need help. She need a co-sign. That's the only thing stopping her from getting the car.
Right.
And I'm like, man, a lot of times that's how businesses are.
Yes. Yes.
Like, they just, they just need that right co-sign to put them, in front of somebody, or that right word of mouth advertising. And I like, it just hit me right then and there. I like CoSign Magazine.
That's
what I
dope.
call it. So that's how I started. I used that money to print my first magazine, print 1,000 copies. I went to like every event in Dallas, fashion show, conference, open mic, no matter what it was. I was there passing out magazines, doing interviews, taking pictures, like whatever the city needed, I was there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the name grew and grew. And then, over those times, CoSign has changed plenty of times. But
right.
That's the basis of how I got started.
So now that the world is changing, and we was talking about this earlier, and print magazines still are popping.
Right.
But not as popping as before.
For sure.
So what are your intentions now?
Yeah, so I'm so we're still gonna have the magazine in print. It's gonna be more so like a keepsake item, like a tangible, nostalgic item. Like, if you really want it, you can order it. But as far as me keeping this, this grand inventory of ordering copies, I'm not gonna do that. There's actually a website to where you do print on demand. So essentially, how I do it, I only print issues for like issue releases. So we do 4 issues a year, 4 issue releases. So I'll print, maybe 500 copies just for that event. Anything outside of that where people want it, they can go to the website to order it, and I don't have to like keep track of it, because once they order it through my website, it goes to another website to where they already have the graphics. They print it, and they can send it directly to them, packaged like it was me who sent it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Just kind of like print on demand for clothes. They have the same thing for the magazine.
That's like drop shipping?
Drop
shipping,
yeah. So I use that platform. It works amazing. So it keeps my inventory low, and it just kind of helps us gradually grow more into like the digital side. So the actual what we're working on right now is, building a network. So if you see where these magazines are going, like Complex and Vice, they have networks. So creating other shows and series and podcasts under the CoSign umbrella. Right now, like there's probably like 3 podcast shows that we have right now, but the plan is to grow it out to like 10. You know what I'm saying? All original programming.
So like a network.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mine will be my entertainment. So I actually have a meeting tomorrow so I can start my first show.
Definitely.
And it's gonna be a podcast with 2 dudes from the hood. They're from Oak Cliff. They both walk in different forms of life. One is married, one is not married but has 3 kids, and just watching that conversation and flipping it to a sitcom.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the great thing about having a network is a little gem. So when you go to pitch to brands or advertisers, right? Let's say you got 10 shows. Let's say 5 of them do a million hits a year, and the other 5, they're not really doing that well.
Yeah.
But when you combine all the numbers to those shows, you're doing over 20 million hits. So when you pitch to a brand, you say, hey, my network does 20 million, listens, 20 million views. So when that brand approves it, it's up to you to where you want to invert the advertising into. So you could really put them in all 10 and just spread the advertising dollars around 10 of them. But since you got that great number, all of them combined, it just looks better when you go to promote and to pitch other brands. That's what like all the big brands doing. Like Complex alone doesn't get 1 billion hits a month or a year, but all their shows and series underneath them.
Yeah, like you see, Joe Budden got his own network, and Academics have his own network now, even though they like.
Social media is people creating their own content.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
the
People
way.
watch anything. People watch mukbangs, and that's just people sitting around eating.
Yeah.
So imagine if you have some creative content that somebody else can relate to.
Exactly.
And you get your bag like that. That's literally my
Exactly. So
Yeah, well, consider me if you're looking for, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Next
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah, let's link up. So let's back to your journey. You say you was an intern.
Yes.
How important was your internship? But did you get paid for it?
No, I didn't get
Okay,
paid.
so let's talk about
I
that.
didn't get paid.
How important was your non-paid internship?
For one, I'm gonna say before I dive into that, kids these days so spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's why I want to touch on the subject.
Spoiled. So I'm looking for an intern right now, and I had my assistant do the first round of interns, and they all ask her, "Is it paid or not paid?" I'm like, Asia, tell them don't worry about it. Like the opportunity they gonna receive working with us, you know what I'm saying, is greater than that. I'm like, if they were a great intern, trust me, I'm gonna figure out a way for them to get paid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they just need to come do the work. So my internship for me, like I said, it was not paid. I was living in Arlington, having to drive all the way to like Las Colinas or Louisville, going to school in Cedar Hill for a little bit too. I'm driving all over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still making it work with my own dollar because I wanted experience, I wanted to learn, and it was a great opportunity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you can't get this like not for doing nothing. Like you gotta sacrifice at some point in your life. Like you can get a paid intern, but most of the time they gonna have you doing some crazy stuff. Like I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My assistant, she went to go for a marketing internship, and basically what it was like one of those sales, those network marketing sales thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I got paid, but this is not what I wanted to do. This is not marketing." So she hated it, and I'm like, "But you know, if it was something you wanted to do, like CoSign, you do it for free." She's like, "Yeah, I would completely did it for free."
Yeah. Because I don't think people understand when it comes to. Somebody actually told me this. She was like, this lady, she offered me $8 an hour to do all of this work. But honestly, I wish she would just not offer me nothing because that's an insult to give me $8 an hour in 2022.
I'm saying, but it's minimum wage is $7.25. So
Yeah.
you better take it. You know what I'm saying?
But with my internship, I interned like, oh my gosh, I done had like 3 internships. I went all the way to Berlin, Germany for my internship.
That's an experience, though.
It's a
like,
whole experience. It was just the fact that I was in another country
Man,
and I was working with a designer and I was just learning a different language, experience a different culture. Like you can't put a price tag on that.
can't
You
put
know
a
what I'm
price tag
saying?
on that. Some people never left the country, never left the state, never left their city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You all the way out there, like, man, come on, you can't pay for that experience, bro. Like, that's experiences to me are everything. Like, that's another reason why I became an entrepreneur, because like I can create my own freedom, my own experiences. You know what I'm saying? If you tell me next week, hey, I got this opportunity in Spain, I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
figure out a way to
sure.
go. Like, I'm not about to ask for 2 weeks. So that's nothing I hate about jobs. How you gonna tell me I'm gonna ask you when I can take off of work because I got something to do? Man, you better get out of here.
Have you found balance between entrepreneurship and fatherhood?
Man, so nah. But what I have done was crazy is my daughter's older now, so it took me a long time to I'm gonna sound crazy when I say this. It took me a long time to realize that my daughter was like a real person. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause she's my kid, so like my parents always talked to me as like their kid. They weren't disrespectful, but it was like,
Respect.
yeah, know your place. You know what I'm saying?
Even to this day.
Yeah, so it was a couple years ago. I'm like, man, you're a person. Like you
are a whole
you're a whole person. So the way I started parenting is completely changed. Like I talk to her, like I tell her, I'm still your father. You have to respect me, but let's just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just talk. Like yeah, so. To open it up, man, I would just talk to her. I'm like, man, I had a horrible day. And she'd be like, dang, what happened? And I'll tell her, and she's like, why would they do that? And then now we're just having a regular conversation.
Right.
And it becomes natural. So, like, she can just call me and be like, man, Mariah pissed me off today. I'm like, man, what Mariah do? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's natural. And that way, when I do, get on to her. She knows it's a place from love because like I'm just trying to protect you. I'm not really trying to force you. You know what I'm saying? Like anything upon you, just like I can't protect you if I don't know. So when we talk about balance, it took me a while because, like I said, for one, I didn't really treat her like as a person. I treated her like my kid. And then for two, like everything for me is business because that's all I know. So even when I would spend quality time with her, I was still working. So, but I've changed that because like, man, I gotta, especially at 14, I gotta give her all the quality time when I'm with her because I don't have much of those years left. She's already at that point to where, she'd rather be with her friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with her parents. So I just gotta, the time I do get, I just gotta enjoy it. So I'm fully locked in. And I'll say this, man, the greatest thing that happened to me was she got in trouble. I know it's gonna sound crazy. She got in trouble and her mom took her phone for the whole Christmas break. She was with me the whole Christmas break. And when I say for her not to have a phone, we had so many like good times, conversations, and played games, all the stuff that I be trying to get her to do. And she would do it for like 5 to 10 minutes and then get back on TikTok.
Yeah.
She was like fully locked in. So that's like a new thing we started too. So like, since, she lives in Killeen, when she's with me for 4 days. 2 days, you got your phone. 2 days, it's fully me. So I'm saying that would compromise. And I feel like that's what parents need to do with their kids, compromise. Because how we grew up isn't the same how these kids are growing up.
Yeah, it's not. And you don't want your kids to have or receive full influence from their friends, especially social media. Like our moms can go next door and meet other moms, but if they meeting friends on social media, you can't really tap into who that person is they talking to or who their mom is.
Exactly.
So
it's crazy. Well, I remember my daughter's 14th birthday is when it just passed. Her and like 4 of her friends came to Dallas. I took them around the city. I got her a room at the Lorenzo Hotel. Of course, my room was like connected.
Yeah.
But I got her a room, and I'm like, what hit me was like, man, you brought 4 or 5 little girls, and I only talked to one of their parents. I'm like, so these other 3 parents don't care that their daughter is in, Dallas with a grown man? Like, granted, I had my sister there, so just to offset to make sure, nobody say nothing or, nothing crazy because, what world we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what Gilly's enjoying.
Kids live or some grown men do crazy stuff.
They do, yeah.
So to prevent all that, I made my sister stayed with me, so she was here the whole time. So nobody could ever say, your dad did this. Like, nah, I'm not even like. Once it was time to go to bed, lock my door. Y'all have fun. But I'm like, I only talk to one of y'all parents. Like the other 3 don't care. Like that's crazy to me because I remember when growing up, I couldn't even go to a friend's house to play basketball. My mom didn't know who, what, when,
exactly.
Where. You know what I'm saying? But it's the times we live in. It's crazy.
It is crazy. So let's talk about the CoSign Magazine Award Show.
Yeah.
That is a very looked after event here in Dallas.
I appreciate the city for rocking with it the way they rock it.
Yeah, people really love that award show.
It is crazy, man.
Yeah, I done seen a few people get upset when they didn't win. Look at Star's face.
Say, bro, it's crazy. I done had a homie. Shout out Jay. I had a homie like he was like, man, I want to. So he won podcast of the year the second year. He lost the first year. I ain't got no favoritism. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he lost the first year. The second year the votes came, he actually won, right? Then the third, after that second year, he was like, man, I want to help you with CoSign, blah, blah, blah. So he came on to the team. So when the third year, when the awards came around, I was like, yo, just want to give you a heads up, bro. You can't be nominated this year. And he's like, what you mean I can't be nominated? I'm like, bro, you work for CoSign, bro. I can't get you can't be nominated because it's automatically going to look like favoritism. So
yeah.
I'm sorry you excluded. So so after the awards,
don't tell me he blew it up.
He was like, yeah, man, I just got a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I just want to focus on what I got going on. And then he was like, but since I'm not working with CoSign no more, can I still be eligible to get nominated next year?
Oh my God.
I was like, bro, as long as you don't work for CoSign, bro, you know what I'm saying, you're eligible again.
That's dope though.
Yeah, it is dope. Like I love the love it receives. But people gotta understand, like, I grew up different. Like the KG that y'all see isn't. I don't know how to explain it. It's me, but it's not all of me, right? So I take things personal. You know what I'm saying? Like I created it, so I take it personal. So granted, nobody will come to me and say something like, "Man, this messed up. I didn't win," or blah blah blah. But I have somebody like middleman it and be like, "Hey, this person, was kind of upset that they weren't nominated or something, or they don't feel like you rock with them."
Yeah.
And I'm like, it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so many people that can be nominated. There's only one winner. I get it. But I also understand that as great as I feel my platform is, it doesn't validate anybody.
Right.
Y'all are dope with or without the award show.
Yeah.
Y'all don't need the award show nomination or the awards trophy to validate what you do. Granted, I appreciate it, I respect it, and I'm grateful for it. But don't take it to heart. Like, just understand, like, okay, I didn't make it this year, or it wasn't my time. Let me keep grinding, but let me keep grinding for myself.
Right.
Let me keep grinding so they'll recognize me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not perfect, so we're gonna miss some things here and there, but grind for yourself. And then that might be your story. Like, man, I ain't make it to the CoSign Award. I started grinding, went crazy, wasn't worried about the awards. Now look at me, I'm 8 figures up.
Right.
That's love. That's what really matters.
Yeah, that's gonna make you happy regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't trip on the awards. But like I said, I do love the energy though that it receives, and I don't know, like, so we do have now, we have and what's it called, like a what's it called with the Grammys got, like a board. We got like a board to help, because our team is so small, we can't see everything. You know what I'm saying? We can't see, especially like if you don't have a social media presence, like we really got to search, so it's kind of hard. So we got a board to kind of help make sure that it's as official as possible. Like I said, there's no way we can 100% get it right, but we do have a board of people all over DFW, all in different industries, to kind of make sure that it stays as close as possible to what's really going on in the city. So,
and it's non-biased.
Yeah, non-biased for sure. Because I can tell you all the time, like I'm gonna be real. Like, my cousin to this day does not mess with me right now.
What?
Because I would not nominate him for an award. He called me on the phone and told me, I'm really upset I didn't get a nomination. I got 2 jewelry stores. I'm like, bro, I see you. I love you. I see you grinding. But for one, when I told you about being eligible, I used to do custom jewelry with my cousin. So me nominating him is like nominating myself. It's favoritism. It's a conflict of interest. But not everybody sees or wants to see that.
Maybe he should do something else, like have a side hustle, so he can be nominated for that business.
But at this time, it's like, it's not that serious. You got 2 jewelry stores. That's an accomplishment itself.
Right.
That's your award.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's your award. Like, if anything, pull up with the jewelry on, like, be a walking billboard. You know what I'm saying? If you were there, I'm gonna show you the fullest love. Hey, make sure y'all shout out Katie's Custom Jewelry. Make sure y'all shout out Gem City Jewelry. All you gotta do is pull up. You know what I'm saying? But you just mad at me. You don't even want to pull up.
That's crazy. Y'all kinfolk.
Yeah, so the awards, like, I interviewed Sean Carter to Say Cheese, and he was like, man, Say Cheese was the best and worst thing that ever happened to me, because he lost a lot of, friends over it. Like, everybody want posts. Everybody wants some. And at the time, I got it, but I didn't really get it. But I get it. Like, the CoSign Awards is like the best and almost one of the worst things, because it brings so much light to the magazine, so much brand, so many opportunities. But then personally, it's like, I go through like, I go through anxiety, because like, dang, if I don't get it right, so-and-so is going to be mad, or damn, are they still going to want to work with me? You know what I'm saying?
Do you open up the ceremony saying, hey, you guys, thank you guys for coming out. I just want y'all to know CoSign Awards is not biased.
Man, I try to tell people all the time. All the time I try to tell these people. And I try to really explain, like, yo, we are not here to validate anybody. All we're here to do is highlight and honor people that tend to go underlooked in the city. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Granted, we're not going to get it right 100% of the time, but we're going to try our best. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm like, bro, just give us a shot for trying.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I love it. You know, so I'm gonna keep it going. But honestly, our goal is really to start integrating like national components to it. I mean, still keep it Dallas. I feel like Dallas doesn't always get the shine or like they deserve. So still keep the awards in Dallas, but you know, it's like slowly start integrating different parts of like a national recognition. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I honor like 2 people next year from LA and New York, bring them down here so we can get to network with them. They can see the city of Dallas. They could possibly start wanting to do stuff here. So, you know what I'm saying? We could be in those conversations with, you know, Atlanta, LA, New York.
Yeah.
So, but we got to bring stuff here. So, like, it's always going to be in a Dallas award show. But, you know, as far as, like, you know, the nominees, I might start sprinkling in somebody from Houston or Atlanta. I don't know how that's going to look yet, but, you know, we got to grow.
I think that's key, though.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect solution to the shift that we feel here in Dallas. You know, a lot of creators feel like they have to move outside of Dallas to get put on or, you know, to experience that industry opportunity.
Yeah.
But if you bring them to us, then they be like, okay, it's cool. I like Dallas. We need to, you know.
You got to bring them to the city and you know, do a whole experience. So, like, I feel like when people, artists, you know, celebrities, entrepreneurs, when they come to the city, you got to really be with the people in the city. Like when I go out the country, even if I go to a resort, I got to do like, you know, a day with
in the
people.
city, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the people, like walk around with them, going to the restaurants. Like I need to be in the city. So like when you come here, you got to tap into, you know, local restaurants, local people doing things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, I'm like, yo, don't fly out, don't fly in. You know what I'm saying? Your makeup hair team, find somebody in the city to do your hair and makeup, to style you. Like really be versed with the city of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? That's giving people opportunities in this city that we don't, you know, always get. So like I had the chick Lely Hernandez on one of our covers. She got like 1 million followers. She had a Netflix series, singer, all that. I flew her in instead of flying out there because I'm like, all right, if I fly you in, I can use a whole Dallas team. I can use a Dallas, you know, location, Dallas video, like everything Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So when she posted, promoted, all these new Dallas people are getting, you know what I'm saying, light shine to her 1 million followers. So
right.
It might or might not turn into business, but at least you got that experience and now you starting to grow and now you can say I work with clients in Miami, et cetera, et cetera. So, and be truthful about it. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to bring people here, work with people in Dallas, but still get that national feel. Okay. My goal always being global. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I can go global in Dallas. So that's the goal.
Yeah. I love that. That actually, you know, that's confirmation for me.
Nah, it's real. It's real.
Yeah,
like,
I have definitely like I always say that like we have a global mindset. I tell Diamond that all the time. Have a global mindset.
Global for real.
We definitely need to bring people to us because this is a great city. It really is.
I love it.
And you can create your own pace. That's what I love about Dallas.
Yeah, it's a big city, but it's slow enough. It's slow and small enough to where, you know what I'm saying, you can work on your own accord and you can really tap in with anybody. I don't feel like nobody in Dallas is really like untouchable. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, you may go through some hoops or some no's, but they not like untouchable. Like Erica Badu, I done seen her out plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have been this close, so it's possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mark Cuban. I wanted Mark Cuban for the longest. Granted, I didn't get my full, 60-minute interview, but I got to ask him like 2 questions on a Dallas Mavericks blue carpet.
And what was those questions?
I asked him which black entrepreneur does he co-sign? And then my follow-up was like, why? Like, I just want the name. Like, why do you co-sign? You know what I'm saying? Her. And he ended. It was dang, it's crazy. I can't remember her name. But she was actually a black female founder in tech. So she does a lot of tech stuff, and she also invests in other black and brown entrepreneurs and creators. So he was telling me like, he really enjoys what she's doing for our community, and that she's also not, she's also giving back to the community. So,
right.
So it was dope, man. So like even that experience, like granted, I could say I interviewed Mark Cuban. I ain't get my full joint, but that's coming too. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody in Dallas is untouchable. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta either work to the level to where you get on their radar, or just work to their radar.
And then what I've learned about that, because it is so small knit, eventually you're gonna get there as soon as you think you're gonna get there sooner than you think.
It's really like what they call like 1 degree separation.
Right.
Like I know too many people who know the people that I really haven't sat down with yet that I want to. Like I know people that know them, so really it's just it's timing or work ethic, or we keep doing what we gonna do. We gonna get to the point where they gonna be asking us to.
Exactly.
To do it.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
I feel like we are. What Marquand, Marquand,
Williams?
Dallas,
Yeah.
dinner party. He said that right now Dallas is in its vital stages of creating its gatekeepers. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're a gatekeeper?
I don't believe in gatekeepers.
What do you think?
That's why he was quiet.
What do you think about the idea of Dallas gatekeepers? Because there are some people who think that there are some,
I feel
and
like-
maybe even y'all would be because.
Ain't no Dallas
of certain
gatekeepers.
things. So what's your opinion?
I feel like man, I don't feel like there's no gatekeepers. Like, okay, first of all, let me ask you this: describe what a gatekeeper is.
Someone that opens doors for others.
Okay, so who's opening doors? Like, who's really opening? Okay, you talking about in general? Or you talking about like?
Because I think that with having the awards and having the followers you have,
Yeah,
they
nah.
would consider you a gatekeeper.
Nah.
Or anybody a gatekeeper, not just you, even with Say Cheese. And he even says he's
But
not
didn't
a
they
gatekeeper.
didn't Say Cheese make a gatekeepers list?
No, that was another platform called Big D. Yeah, Big D.
Okay.
And shout out to Big D, but nah, because the people they have on that list, nobody's really opening doors. Nobody, what's crazy? Even though Sean said that he's not a gatekeeper, for the city of Dallas, Sean is the only person who could really take somebody's hand and walk them through the door, skip the line, walk them through the door to a record deal. He's the only person in the city of Dallas. Maybe Bebe, but I don't really feel like Bebe's a gatekeeper because for one, he's not really from here, and for two, with him being on the radio, I don't feel like that's what his space is right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Sean is the only one. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else, we all trying to figure it out.
Right,
honestly.
yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
what people
yeah.
need to be real. Like, bro, you not a gatekeeper because you got a following. If you're a gatekeeper, how come you haven't put nobody on yet?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen nobody put nobody on yet, but Sean. Everybody else ain't put nobody on. Nobody. I ain't seen it. So even me, like, yeah, I co-sign people. I can highlight your business. You know what I'm saying? If somebody asked me, yo, we're looking for something, like I remember Cavassier was looking for like a Dallas brand ambassador. I could point them in a direction. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
So I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm supposed to. Me not doing that is, you know what I'm saying? Is
Low-key hating.
Yeah. Low-key hating. Nah. Okay, these are, how many people you need? You need 5? Well, shit, here's 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pick one of those. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, like, it's not me saying, it's not me going to Cavassier Hennessy saying, hey, y'all need to give him a campaign. Now, that's possibly could be a gatekeeper. I can't do that right now. I could say, hey, these are some people y'all should definitely look at, depending on what you have going on. Keep them in mind, and they'll listen to me. So it's kind of like I'm kind of like a liaison. You know what I'm saying? Until I get to the point to where I'm on some revolt level, complex level, vice level, then we can have another conversation. But ain't nobody in Dallas no gatekeepers. I don't care what they say. They can holler at me in person. Y'all know where I be at. Sean Collins is the only gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say in the defense to keep it positive is people that do those lists and talk about that stuff are doing it from a strategic standpoint, right? Because listen, we're here today talking about this list. So it served its purpose.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It served its purpose. Granted, it's inaccurate. It shouldn't even been made. You know what I'm saying? But it served its purpose. You're getting clicks, you're getting hits, you're getting conversation. That's all I'm gonna say about this gatekeeper stuff. Gatekeeper.
Do you have any advice for business owners in Dallas that's like in your same industry that want to do the same thing you've done, but they're a little discouraged because it's Dallas?
Yeah, so I would say this. Every media platform, I've been doing this for 10 years. Every media platform that I've seen throughout my 10 years that's came and gone is because, for one, they're not consistent, right? And for two, they're doing for ulterior motives. They're not doing it for the love or to put people on or tell stories. They basically essentially want the bag. We all want the bag, but can you stomach the game, right? I've been doing this 10 years. I didn't make money my first 3 years. It wasn't about the money for me. I knew the money's going to come, but it wasn't about the money. So these people aren't consistent, right? And then they give up too early. They give up way too early. I don't know how many times I've seen that meme, which makes perfect sense, of the person digging. They're digging, and then you see the diamond right before they stopped.
Yeah.
They just kept going. That's essentially it. So I would say, stop giving up so quick, right? If you're tired, if you're frustrated, you know what I'm saying? If it's not working, pivot, take a break, refocus, gain some energy, and then keep going. But like, if you quit, you ain't never gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, people be so ready to quit, man. I've been doing this for a year. I only got 1,000 followers. And
So.
what? Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 5 years, man. It ain't happened yet. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? The longer you do it, you're gonna start to realize what's working and what's not working. So you got to pivot. You know, I realized for me, print is a hell of an expense to carry. So I didn't quit to this day. I haven't quit it. I just like, okay, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna figure out how I can make print at a reasonable cost and keep CoSign going. People see like that adversity and they immediately quit or they get discouraged and they stop going. So I would say to anybody, repeat, do not quit and be consistent. As simple as it sounds, it's the hardest thing to do because people got bills to pay.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
So people got bills.
Yeah, so I know people got bills to pay. They got husbands and wives. They got kids. They got real life problems, real life situations, man. But there's always, if this is really what you want to do, be an entrepreneur, be a business owner, there's always time and there's always ways to make it work. Maybe your goal has been always to have a brick and mortar store. You may not be there yet, you know what I'm saying? Stick to e-commerce. Hustle e-commerce, you know what I'm saying? When the kids go to sleep at 9, your wife go to sleep at 11, or your husband go to sleep at 11, hit that e-commerce 11 to 2. You know what I'm saying? Right before you get ready for work and just keep going. You got to figure out what works for you, but don't quit and be consistent. That's really all I got to say, honestly, man. Like, those two things right there, you'll see trajectory in your business if you just keep doing those two things.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where do you pull inspiration from? What keeps you going?
Man, I mean, the cliche answer, honestly, is my daughter, but she is the reason that keeps me going. And then to my peers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see, I got some dope friends, some dope colleagues, associates. Some of them ain't even my friends. They just people I'm cool with. And I'm like, man, they're doing dope things, and I seen the growth. I seen the hustle. And I always been one of the people, man, if I can see it, then I can do it.
Right.
So if I can see somebody make $1 million doing the same thing I'm doing, I know I can do it too. So that motivates me. And then my daughter got lofty dreams, man. She want a Tesla at 16.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I've never been the one to, like, you know, really be like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, all right, how can we do it? How can we make it work? So, you know, that's what we're gonna figure out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not be 16, might be 17. But I would say to stay motivated, definitely her. And, you know, the people that I'm surrounding myself with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing my people, you know, create music, produce music. I love seeing my people start new businesses, create podcasts. I love seeing my people invest. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just motivates me. Like, dang, I'm glad we all on the same mind frame. Like,
Yeah.
that's love. Oh, my homie, man, he took a trip to Colombia. That's love. What it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going to go next. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, that inspires me. Like, people got to learn to keep the hate out their blood.
Yeah.
Somebody doing better than you, they probably worked harder than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see people like shine, it just motivates me. Like, all right, I see you, my G. Then I ain't too far behind you.
Right.
And that just keeps me going. I get back in the lab. You know what I'm saying? If I see somebody post 12 o'clock at night, still in the lab, still cooking, damn.
Let me get up.
Let me get back up, get another hour or two. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, so I never been one, you know what I'm saying, like really focus on celebrities and what they doing, because, you know, they was also like me till they got to that point. So, like, you know, if you ever look, like, artists make their best music at the beginning of their careers most of the time.
Yeah.
They was hungry. They was hustling. So, you know what I'm saying? I like to stay hungry, and I'm motivated by people who still hungry. So, yeah.
That's
what keeps me
dope.
going.
Do you create the designs for CoSign merch?
I come up with the initial idea, and then my dude Oscar, credit contributor, he'll take it and make it work. So, like, the championship hoodie that's done by far the best ever. I actually wanted, my boy Star got it on right now. I actually wanted the rings to be in gold, because if y'all see me, like, you know, I'm all gold everything.
I
wanted
love
the rings
gold.
to be in
Yeah.
gold, because I'm Panama, that's all he wears gold. But he was having some problem. He found some rings, but he had some problem converting them to gold. And when he sent me the design, I'm like, bro, this shit crazy. And then I was like, but I want to do something different. I said I want to put it on like just regular black hoodie. So I found like a black acid wash, mineral wash hoodie. Man, that thing went crazy. Even like the CoSign Dallas hoodie we got, he designed that too. But yeah, I come with an idea and just work with him to like make it bigger.
That's dope. I just seen that the hoodie, the green one.
Oh yeah, CoSign
Yeah.
Dallas. Yeah.
I'ma need that one.
Yeah, so that's it's a play off the old Dallas Mavericks logo.
Yes.
Colorway.
I have the perfect shoes.
Yeah,
I'm a
nah,
sneakerhead, so
oh,
I have the
that's
perfect
love.
shoes
Yeah.
for that hoodie. So I'm definitely. Do you still have them in stock?
Yeah, so we limited. We got let me see what time we got. We got small, medium, and extra large. All the larges are gone.
Go ahead and run me that extra large.
Extra large,
Yeah, go
I
ahead and
got
run
you.
me that extra large.
I got you.
Well, thank you so much for dropping by Bree More Productions.
Appreciate
I really
you.
appreciate your patience, your kindness.
Nah, it's all love. It's all
I
love.
really. Do you have like before we go? Do you have like a routine that, like a morning routine that usually you hear entrepreneurs say every morning I do this?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. It's not every day, but this is what I aim to do every day. So when I do wake up every day, I don't look at my phone for 15 minutes. I for sure don't do that. I try to meditate. I'm not the best at meditating, but I try to at least breathe deeply and focus on my breaths. And that just helps me get my day started. Then the first thing I do after that, I ain't gonna lie, is after that, I ain't gonna lie, I pray. And then I grab my phone. And then I'm supposed to work out. I work out maybe like 4 times of the week. I'm aiming for like 5 to 6. So 4 times I work out, and then I'm straight. My loft, I got like the office in my corner. I make green tea. I do make green tea every morning. Without fail, I make green tea or honey every morning. And then I go in the corner and I work. I write out my to-do list for the day, and I work and I grind. And that's really it. Like, I know people, you know what I'm saying, say they stretch, yoga, all this stuff. Nah, I mean, I fit in what I can, but every day I'm going to definitely meditate, and I'm going to drink some green tea. And that's about it. And I'm a hustle every day.
How long do you hustle a day?
Till my body tell me to stop. Yeah, I don't do like 9 to 5, or I've tried like to breaking down my days like hour by hour, which I still do, but I never stick to it because, you know, things change. You know what I'm saying? Stuff pops up. My assistant may hit me like, hey, you got this going on. I'm like, bet, let's do it. So I don't really do that. I just, you know, until my body's tired, until I get a headache, until I know I need some rest, until I'm hungry, I'm going to hustle until my body tells me what to do. And I'm going to just listen. All right, it's time to eat. Okay, it's time to lay down. Okay, it's time to call it a night. Yeah, I listen to my body for sure. People definitely listen to their body, man. Cause we be trying to all hustle, no sleep, man.
Yeah, that shit dead. Like,
yeah, y'all get out of here. With
yeah,
that.
stop doing that. Stop
Yeah.
saying that. Sleep is not for the dead. It's for your woke ass. Go to
Nah,
sleep.
for real. I definitely,
Go to sleep.
definitely sleep. I promise you, I'm a very advocate of sleep, man.
Yeah.
I probably get. I mean, I only get about like 5 or 6, but if my body tell me just like lay down, I'm gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I need to lay down in the dark, take a little rest, and then get back up and get to it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that though.
That's dope. That's great advice.
Nah, for sure.
Well, again, thank you so much for stopping by. We enjoyed your energy.
Nah, I enjoy you, man. You done got me woke up a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm cool, calm, collected, but nah, I really appreciate it. Like, we talking offline. Like, this was a dope experience. These are the interviews I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, like no slights to nobody else, but this is what I want to do. So you got to come with that Bree Moore vibe.
Hey, come with it.
I got to
I'm
come
setting
with
the tone.
it. Yeah. I got to come with it. So, you know, I appreciate you, you know, even being, you know, inquiring about, you know, little old me and wanting to sit down and talk with me. So I appreciate every opportunity. So
Thank you.
No
I
doubt.
like your energy. You so humble.
Man, shit. You came from where I came from, shit. You ain't got no choice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I appreciate it.
I like it. All right, you guys make sure you subscribe to the Bree More Productions YouTube channel. Y'all make sure y'all follow up with KG. Tell the people how they can keep up with you.
And y'all go follow CoSign Mag and CoSign KG. That's on Instagram, Twitter, CoSign Mag, TikTok, CoSign Mag. Wherever y'all feel, you know, the love or wherever y'all on, shit, shoot us a follow. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it for real, for real.
If y'all have any questions or inquiries or anything in that way, you make sure you leave a comment below
Most definitely.
so he can see it. Or I just tap in and let you know.
So, yeah, I see y'all there. Y'all got more questions, hit me on there. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
tap in, but I appreciate y'all for having me. And yeah, it's love.
Thank you. Until next time, stay dangerous. Peace.